Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And we've got a good looking day here to start things off as we take a look at the temperatures this morning. As of 9 a.m., we're already in the upper 40s and low 50s and well off the morning lows, which were in the 30s and even down to the freezing mark in many locations. We are going to perform nicely today, I think, as we look at weather across the nation. It's quiet. There are no watches or warnings at the moment. However, there are going to be some severe weather risks today in the southern and central plains and then in parts of the Mississippi Valley, which we'll get to in just a moment. In the meantime, if we look at the satellite loop, one standout is the weather in the Northeast. It is crystal clear throughout the Northeast down into the mid-Atlantic states and going all the way back through the Great Lakes. And this is where we're going to be sitting here for the rest of the day with blue skies and sunshine. In the meantime, we're starting to set up the next warm front, cold front combination, and that is producing some showers and even some thunderstorms already today. And we are, as we said, going to have some risk to deal with. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's area of risk for this Wednesday. Enhanced risk in parts of Texas and western Oklahoma, a fairly large area of slight risk that carries up into Kansas, and then you have marginal risk that reaches up into Iowa and Illinois. And the radar at the moment is starting to show actually a little bit of rain moving into parts of Tennessee and into North Carolina. Some of that blowing off from that moisture that we're looking at in the southern plains. And we also have some showers and thunderstorms that have popped up overnight and this morning moving through parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Obviously, that area is going to get very busy later on today. Now, looking at the upper air with over the next couple of days, of course, we've been waiting for this weather pattern that we've been in to just kind of relax, and it is going to do that now. This upper trough that you see here in the eastern part of the United States moves out, and then the flow across the U.S. becomes west to east, and Canada is virtually cut off. We're not seeing a cold flow of air coming down from Canada. Here is the next weather system to worry about, and this is for late Friday into Friday night with some showers and thunderstorms. And of course, ahead of it, with a west-southwest flow that's developing, that means temperatures are going to respond and they're going to warm up rather nicely. The Storm Prediction Center's forecast going forward. So again, this is today's risk. And as we look ahead to the next few days, for Thursday, we have slight risk from Kansas northeast to northwest Indiana, and that includes Chicago and St. Louis, and you see the much larger area of marginal risk. And then on Friday, as we warm up nicely, we're going to be seeing temperatures well up into the 70s and low 80s. We have a marginal risk of severe weather when the cold front comes through here late in the day on Friday and into Friday night. Also a marginal risk of severe weather back down into Texas and Oklahoma. So let's carry you through on what we expect here going forward. And of course, our cold high is sitting right on top of us. That is going to slide out. And then we're going to begin to make way for that warmer air. And the warm front actually sets up to our north, to the north of New York City, on the edge of some showers here Thursday night into Friday morning. And by daybreak on Friday, the showers should be long gone. And the flow is going to be from the west to west-southwest. And that just means temperatures get to soar. Late in the day, here comes a cold front that moves on through. And also now, I want you to keep an eye down off the Florida coast. We're going to get to this in a moment. But you start to see low pressure developing, and weather models have actually gone a little bit more to the left with this. That low is forecast to form very close to the coast. We'll get to that. In the meantime, our cold front comes through Friday night, and the weekend, I'm thinking Saturday may be okay. I think it'll be the better of the two weekend days. There will be a high to the north. There will be an onshore flow that sets up and another warm front moving northward. And then on Sunday, with a new low and cold front coming in from the west, That'll sweep in some showers and storms probably later Sunday into Sunday night. And then, of course, we're going to have to see how this all interacts with that low that forms off the Florida coast and then heads on out to the northeast. We've got a system in the north coming down that may get involved with it. We'll have to wait and see how that how that all plays out. The Hurricane Center has actually been discussing this, and as of 8:45 this morning, they usually don't put tropical weather outlooks out in the month of May. Hurricane season starts in the Atlantic on June 1st, but when there's something going on, and the hurricane, they do put special tropical weather outlooks, and in fact they have. The Hurricane Center saying that there's a 70% chance of this system developing into a subtropical depression or a subtropical storm over the next 5 days. A 0% chance in the next two, but a 70% chance in the next five. And I just want to show you the GFS Simulated Satellite on how this all plays out. And I've got it set up here for Thursday evening. And of course, you have the warm front to the north. But if you look down near Florida, you can see the system starts to develop here. This is how the GFS sees the satellite view here. And then it lifts up offshore with clouds back to the coast. And of course, you see that northern system coming into play. And that might have implications on our weather for early next week. So as far as temperatures are concerned, we have our forecast highs for today will be in the 60s in most places, maybe a little bit cooler right near the ocean. And then for Thursday, let's take it up another couple of notches and go for highs in the mid to upper 60s. And here we go for Friday. It's going to make it well into the 70s to low 80s from northeast Virginia to southern New England. It really looks like it's going to be a nice warm day, and much of the day should be fine, just with some showers and thunderstorms coming in late. 60s and low 70s on Saturday, depending on how much sunshine. It'll be cooler near the coast and a bit warmer inland. And then on Sunday, with a chance that we could see some rain or showers, we're looking at low 60s in southern New England, but it may make it up into the low and mid 70s from southern Pennsylvania southward into Maryland and northeast Virginia. So that ends it here for Weather in 5. We're going to be watching the developments from the Hurricane Center, of course, and maybe I'll do a post on it later today. Also, of course, there's the Joe and Joe Weather Show on YouTube tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, where I'm sure we're going to discuss it in detail, along with all the rest of the weather developments and the weather outlook going through the weekend and into the long range. So enjoy your day, and we'll see you later.